Lesher Vikings to the first student-produced KLIB of the year. We have a brand new staff for you. This is Katie, for example, along with others that have stayed from last year. Like, for example, you recognize me.
We would like to congratulate the entire staff from last year for producing the first student-run KLIB since 1989.
That's right. Stay tuned for a great show.
According to CNN, Donald Trump is now overtaking Hillary Clinton in polls in Florida and Ohio.
That's right. Trump is ahead 4% in Ohio.
And although he is losing among registered voters in Florida, he is 3% ahead of Hillary among people likely to vote.
This is very likely due to Trump's mobilization of previously unregistered voters.
These are both swing states and make a big impact. However, Clinton is still ahead in most states, including many other swing states.
And to celebrate this being the first episode, I won't even make a pun.
Thank you!
According to BBC News, on the 25th of June, 2016, China has launched a Long March 7 carrier rocket into outer space.
Its engine is equipped with supposedly more environmentally friendly fuel, and the rocket itself is incredibly stocked up on supplies.
This is because its contents are intended for China's future space station and is going to be the main carrier for China's future space expeditions.
According to CNN, Samsung, the world's biggest smartphone manufacturer, has had a small problem with their Note 7. Many users have complained that the device caught fire while charging. Samsung is currently working on an update that will keep the battery from going past 60% as a precaution and is planning on releasing it in South Korea soon, but it is unknown when this update will reach other countries like the United States. In the meantime, authorities have advised people not to use the phone on airplanes, trains, or buses, and Samsung has told people to let the battery charge down and exchange it for a different one as soon as possible.
According to BBC News, the Daltekon River in Russia is now literally running red. The world's largest nickel producer, Norilsk Nickel, has taken the blame for this mysterious incident.
The company claims that heavy rains caused one of their plants to overflow into the river. The company maintains that no damage to the environment has or will be done.
However, environmental activists believe that this may be something more serious. Administrative officials have discovered a leak of chemical pollutants that could be the real cause.
We will keep you posted on this perplexing matter.
According to Dogo News, a 92-year-old mystery, specifically the mystery of King Tut's daggers, has been solved.
So here's the story. 2 years after the discovery of King Tut's burial chambers, British archaeologist Howard Carter discovered that the young pharaoh's sarcophagus. Alongside precious jewels and amulets, there were 2 daggers found, one of solid gold and one with an iron blade.
Here's where the mystery starts. The Egyptians at that time did not have the technology to extract iron from iron ore. Scientists then theorized that the iron was taken from a meteorite and then hammered into shape. Until recently, they've not been able to prove this.
Publishings earlier this year revealed that the dagger also contained cobalt and nickel. These metals are the same as those found in meteorites that fell in that area in King Tut's time. Researchers have finally concluded that the metals did indeed come from the meteorite.
Do you want to hear a joke?
Okay.
What did the Mummy movie director say when the final scene was done?
What?
That's a wrap!
Hi, I'm Marcos, and in this week of Lesher Sports, we have the Lesher Vikings take on Weber and had a loss of 28-0. And then, in the next game, your Lesher Vikings, they took on the Preston Pumas. The score was 34-0. The Vikings lost. And for other sports, we have the Lesher Vikings 7th grade volleyball team take on Wellington Eagles. The Vikings won 2-0. And in high school sports, the Falklands High School Viking alumni and their soccer team had a great game versus Rocky last Thursday. Former Viking Enzo Lucas began the scoring run with the help of Eric Thompson, another former Viking. They beat the Lobos 3-0. Let's go Vikings!
Good job, Brandon. Come on, hands up.
Nice ball, Colin! One more, two more, three more! Woo! Keep it up! You're going!
Top 10 Pixar movies by
Kira Osborne.
and Rachel Crowder. 10. The Incredibles. Written and directed by Brad Bird, this super action adventure is a treat for any family movie night. It is about a family of superheroes who run into a bit of trouble after an old friend wants to get revenge.
Number 9, Ratatouille. Ratatouille is also written and directed by Brad Bird and is about a rat who dreams of becoming a French chef. He sneaks into a restaurant and starts cooking, which gets him into trouble.
Number 8, Toy Story 2. This sequel to Toy Story is written and directed by John Lasseter and features all of the classic characters and more.
Number 7, Cars. Another art piece by John Lasseter, Cars is an amazing movie about a race car who gets lost and ends up in a small town.
Number 6, Toy Story 3. Directed by Lee Unkrich, this movie captures how we all grow up in this treat. Andy, the owner of some fabulous toys, is going to college and has to leave his toys behind. These toys learn to value each other.
Number 5, Finding Nemo. This outstanding award-winning film, directed by Andrew Stanton and Lee Unkrich, is about a little clownfish getting lost in the sea.
Number 4, Inside Out. This roller coaster ride is directed by Pete Docter and is all about your emotions and how to cope with life.
Number 3, Toy Story. John Lasseter, the creator of this incredibly fun game that plays on the thought that most children have, their toys are alive.
Number 2, WALL-E. John Stanton, the creator of lots of other Pixar movies, including some of the movies on this list. A movie based on the near future where Earth is a wasteland full of our trash.
Number 1, Up. And last but definitely not least, this is the best of the best when it comes to Pixar. This art piece is directed by Pete Docter and James Peterson. The emotion in this film is so real. It will make you cry in the first 10 minutes. This movie is so timeless, as it is about a man who dreams of traveling to Paradise Falls, and his house takes him there.
do this.
Cadence. We all know we've seen the latest mid-class and every other time of day craze, water bottle flipping. For those select few who have no idea what I'm talking about, this new trend is flipping a semi-filled water bottle and trying to make it stick a landing on its base. In almost every one of my classes, I've seen at least one kid trying to complete this challenge. For those of you who call yourselves experts, take these facts to heart.
Mike Senator, the original bottle flipper, introduced the world to this great idea at a high school talent show, where upon seeing his unique talent, the entire audience went wild, as did the rest of the world.
When asked what his secret was, Senator replied with, "I can flip most bottles, but if I'm going to flip it and feel confident about it, it's going to be Deer Park." 16.9 ounce Deer Park bottles have an hourglass shape to them. Senator counts to what he calls the third divot in the bottle and fills it to that mark.
The current world record for the most bottle flips in a row is 138. If you feel like challenging that record, you better get to practicing. But please, not during class. If you haven't noticed, teachers aren't very adamant about the idea.
Dr. Dodd has been the principal of Lesher for about 11 years, as well as an administrator for 16 years. Now his work has finally paid off, and he was elected best principal in Fort Collins, but it didn't stop there.
I mean, sure, he could have been happy with being the best principal in Fort Collins, but he was just too determined to be the best.
According to Coloradoan, he went on to become the best principal in Colorado. Now his determination has placed him in the running for best principal in the nation.
He is currently running against two other contestants, Melissa Henley, the principal of Central High School in Woodstock, Virginia, and Stephanie Johnson, the principal of Jackson High School in Atlanta.
So you better bet your sweet baby cakes that Dr. Dodd makes the cut, because we're all rooting for y'all, Doctor.
Go D-Dodd!
Are you a writer and do you like friendly competition? Well, KLIB is holding a writing competition called Inked.
Inked is a writing competition for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. In the challenge, you'll be given a writing prompt to use your skills on, and the winner of the competition's story will be animated.
Judging your stories are
Aiden Cothran,
Arden Chapel,
and Marquetta Young. The word limit is 750 words. Each paper will be judged by grammar, punctuation, plot, and creativity.
Still interested? The theme is wizardry and witchcraft, and the story is due on October 3rd, a Monday. To sign up, either go to the Media Center at ELO or your name, grade, ELO class, and your story to inkedklib@gmail.com. Posters with all this information will be posted around the school. If you have any questions, our contacts will be on that poster.
Attention all 7th and 8th graders. Applicants for National Junior Honor Society are now available on Lesher's website, or hard copies are available in the counseling office. If you want to celebrate your qualities of character, scholarship, leadership, service, and citizenship, please apply now. NJHS applicants are due September 30th. See the bulletin board outside the counseling office for details on NJHS.
Hello everybody, do you have outstanding talent?
Do you want to show everybody just how awesome you are?
Are you brave enough to show us your amazing talent?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you should audition for Lesher's Got Talent.
Only if you're up for the challenge.
Details coming soon.
In this week of Lesher Sports, we have the Lesher Vikings take on the Weber.
Let's restart.
What are Weber?
Right? Guess, right?
Wait, what? What are the Weber?
Yeah, what is Weber? Crap.
Hello everybody.
Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Do you have outstanding talent?
Do you want to show everybody just how awesome you are?
Are you brave enough to show us your amazing talent?
And if you answered any I just stopped.
Attention all 7th and 8th graders. Applicants for National Junior Honor Society are now available on Lesher's website or hard copies.
Carpies. Okay, don't worry about it.